right, we're back with our first video today. We're going to go over some analysts on some stocks like Oracle. We're also going to go over MU. We're going to go over Intel, doing some very nice movements today on Intel. We're also going to go over Ethereum and Solana in this video, and just a couple others that I really don't talk about a lot. I'm trying to add in here for more analysts. We'll probably also go over some Open. We'll go over Lyft and Ubers. We'll also go over like CRWV. I haven't talked about that one in a while. This one is starting to show strength, good signs of a possible reversal as it did here. Boom, as it did here. Boom, it's showing those same signs again. So we'll see what those that also might be a decent buy I'm looking at. But yeah, we'll go over those. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's go ahead and get straight into it. Let's go ahead and start off with MU. So MU support and resistance levels. Resistance right here, right around 240.15 is still resistance. So you see how it's kind of like slowing down in this area after this nice vertical movement. You want that to break before we start looking for like 260 on the higher side. And then we don't really have any stronger support until like all the way over here at like 217.50. So MU's in a very particular area. We want to see a little more strength out of here. I think if we can break that resistance and also break his secondary resistance around like 251-ish, then I might look for calls for MU to go like to the all-time high of 260. So that's what I'm looking at from Micron, price predictions, and analysts on it. Any of the stocks you guys want to add, make sure you comment them down below, because I'll be posting the second video today around 6 p.m. Central Time. That's when the second video will come out with all the bigger names, the Mag 7s and so forth. So yeah, let's go over Intel. Intel running up, very good strength on Intel. We're not at all-time highs, but we are coming to some decent areas. So I wanted to go over a bigger resistance level on Intel, probably like around 44.40, and then very vertical movement, okay? Very vertical movement, which sometimes make it more risky. They do have support around 34.95, but you also have, that's the bigger support, but you also have like a smaller support, I would say around 39.05. So we'll be looking out for these support areas. Now, what would make Intel like a player? So, right, without chasing it. Right now, pretty much chasing it. You would need some type of slowdown, hopefully around this resistance area on Intel, around that 44.39 area, right? I'll be looking for Intel. I'll be looking for Intel for the first target to possibly reach up to about $47. The next target, then the next one will be right around 50. Right? Seems like Intel is trying to make a move. Now Intel does kind of move like this after making like bottom out lows. Like here, bottom out lows, had a nice run, bottom out lows. See how it stalls out for a while, then have a decent run. But it's sometimes percentage based. This run here was about 56%. This run here should be bigger. Yeah, about 103%. And then this run here already from the lows, you're looking at about 128%. So we're getting around that area that Intel usually starts to slow down and go back, but hopefully it can make its way back up. But for now, I'll be looking out for some type of slowdown on Intel instead of trying to chase it. We never want to chase price. Don't feel like you're missing out. Something will kind of come to fruition that might make it a play. We will see. But that's what I'm looking out for on the Intel part. CRWV, decent area that could produce a reversal. Smaller support, yeah, smaller support. I would say, it's bigger support right now. Around 74.35. Okay, we're looking for CRWV to get some strength and actually push off this area right here. Potential gains, say if I bought shares here, say it broke support, I would only lose about 7%. I would try to get it to around $100, and that's about a 24% gain. So that's like a 3-to-1 risk to reward on CRWV, which is not that bad. That's the potential I'm looking at for CRWV. I might even buy CRWV shares after this video today in the Discord. So today, what we did on Discord, we played Nvidia. As you see, the plays I do every day, you get to see all that first inscription in Discord. But the more important part about the Discord is, yeah, we do plays. Yeah, you get to see it. I give you my entry, exit, all that good stuff. But I'm trying to teach you how to find these plays on your own. You don't want to have dependency. So we had Nvidia today of a scalp. We had our target. We had everything kind of lined out. And then Nvidia this morning had the strength. We had the secondary area of strength, my 5-minute entry that I like to do. And we bought Nvidia calls right here on the live. And then we took our profits of Nvidia right here, right? So that got me about 16%. Took about 5 minutes and the day was over with. We have freedom, okay? But that was a play that we did on the Discord this morning. But back to CRWV. Yeah, that's what I'm looking out for. Potential analyst support My target area will be right around $100 as long as it can kind of have that strength push that it's been having. Nothing heavy, just off of previous pushes of reversals. It doesn't just drop forever. It does have little strength pushes out of here, and it seems like we found a strong area of here. So when I do play like CRWV, I like to know how much I lose and also possibly how much I can make off of it as well. So looking out for those. CRWV. Let's head and go over to, is there anything on open? Open pretty much at the same levels. I'll just move support around 650. Nothing really changed. Open really hasn't had like any movement out of here. Also, like bull is trying to show strength, but I think bull needs to break a secondary resistance level and also this resistance area around like 980 before I start looking for like around like 980 before I start looking for like a reversal on bull. But it's getting close. It just needs to kind of move a little bit out of that range in that area. So we'll kind of see for now. Oh, also let me throw Reddit in here. I've been forgetting about Reddit. Reddit did pay us pretty good. They do have new resistance around 237.15. Then you also have support on Reddit around 212. So those are your current areas. Pretty slow on Reddit. Reddit just made us good money because we bought Reddit right here, I think around the 140s or 130s. And then we started taking profit. We were in the 260s and so forth. So very good profits on Reddit, like 100% gains. But I am looking for the next bigger play on Reddit. We just need to move a little bit more. But I did want to throw Reddit in there for new analysts. I'm trying to think of them as I go. ASTS, same support. Nothing really has changed on ASTS. No real bigger updates. There are a lot of stocks we want to start buying heavy, aka one is Oracle. We already started to buy. I think my next buy would be once Oracle makes newer lows, probably like below 190. We have a bigger support right here on Oracle around 176.60 and resistance around 222.40. But I think Oracle, if it can drop some more, which would be nice, I think we'll probably make around 90%, maybe to 100% on Oracle longer term within a year or two, which is very powerful. Because if you compound that, say you make 100% in 2 years, that's 50% compounded each year. So that's why I'm kind of looking out for Oracle. Those are the levels. They do have earnings coming up in about 2 weeks. We'll kind of see how that does. But I like Oracle long term and the longevity of it. Was that all these stocks I wanted to go over while I'm trying to think? Make sure you comment those stocks down below. So I'll make probably like a 25-minute video, and I'll try to have it in different sectors, right? Health side and stuff, and I'll try to put numbers on it so you know like where those sectors are in it. But I did want to make this extra video while I have time today. And then Ethereum resistance, Ethereum resistance 3075, Ethereum shorter term support around 2800. Watch out for these areas. Ethereum's not a bad long-term buy if you like Ethereum long-term. It's back to ranges of like August 2024, May 2025, and gave a lot back. So I do believe Ethereum can reach up to 5,000. So where Ethereum is now up to 5,000 is about 68% gain. So I am looking at possibly buying more Ethereum, and also Solana I'm looking at as well. It bounced off our support around 126.85. I wanted Solana to go below $100, so I'm still trying to be patient for that. But Solana has been pretty nasty. It has had some runs. We had some profit on it, but it's been pretty nasty for like almost 2 years. Okay, it just really hasn't moved anywhere, kind of like out this range here. So that's something I'm trying to keep in the back of my mind on Solana, but it could be something decent. We already bought more Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin would be in the 150s, so looking for over 80% gain on Bitcoin. We did start buying Bitcoin as well. And yeah, gold and silver, I'll add in the next videos. I did want to go over oil, like OXY, Chevron, and so forth. OXY pretty slow. I would say new support down here around 39.90. We'll be looking out for that. That's the only support I'm looking out for. If we break that, that's not going to be good for oil. Chevron pretty slow. Same. No, actually, new support on Chevron around 148.70, and then XOM. Take all these levels off. We're going to be putting a new support on XOM. Yeah, like around 113.85, 114 in that area of oil. So kind of giving some oil updates. And then energy update, Enphase, still pretty slow. CEGY hasn't really moved either. Still pretty slow. Nothing really to go over on those. So yeah, any stocks that want me to go over, make sure you comment those down below. Just some extra stocks, extra video, throwing it out there. Hopefully this will help you. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Always remember, no recommendation bar. So anything just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in this video. I will catch you guys in the next one.